Number 2, we have to, in the present, focus not on our ingredients, but on being a great chef. Model 3. Okay, so we put the past behind us. We wake up today. There's a level of excitement. I'm focusing on my ingredients now, on being a great chef, or on being a great chef, sorry, not my ingredients. Model 3. Okay, so I want to focus on my ingredients. I want to be resourceful with those ingredients. But there's still that issue that over time, my relationship with myself has become so frayed that I truly struggle to connect any time someone gives me advice on how to love myself. This is a vulnerable audience. This is already an audience that's a very different level of vulnerability than out there on the street. Who here struggles, if you're honest, with actually putting into practice the concept of self-love? Put your hand up. So, majority of the people in here, and the truth is, even some of us who get it sometimes, then we lose it. It's like, what happened? I felt good, I felt at peace within myself, and then I lost it. So our third model is about building an amazing relationship for the future, when we are struggling in vain to love ourselves. Here's what I believe. Self-love needs a rebrand. Self-love needs a rebrand because our way of learning it isn't working. And actually the way it's taught is broken. I have for many years now been asking audiences, why should you love yourself? Why should you love yourself? Well, it's an easy question, or it should be. Why should you love yourself? And the answers will be all over the map. Someone will yell out, because I'm kind. Someone else will yell out, because I'm a great person. Someone will yell out, because I do so much for my family. Because I work so hard. Because I'm so ambitious. What people start doing is listing traits. What's the problem there? This is, by the way, I want everyone, I know it's just after lunch, we got 10 minutes. I want you to give me like 100% focus for this, because I promise you this model will change your life, but it requires a little focus, because it's tricky. When we say I should love myself because I'm kind, or any other trait, we are immediately making ourselves vulnerable. How? Because what do you do on the days where you're not kind? What do you do on the day where you were selfish, where you messed up, where you were a bit spiteful about something, where you acted beneath your best self? What do? Now I don't love myself? Can't have that. That doesn't work. That's not a robust model for loving ourselves. Okay, so traits don't work. So now people say, well, we should love ourselves because we're special. I say, okay, but isn't everyone special? And they say, well, yeah, of course. And I say, so then kind of feels like none of us are, doesn't it? I don't know about you, but like, when I hear like, I should love myself, I'm trying to look for those reasons to love myself, and telling me like we're all special doesn't really make me feel any differently, especially when I see people around me getting better results than me all the time. Right? Like, talk to someone on a dating app who feels invisible and isn't getting any matches and is struggling constantly and can't get someone to even agree to a first date, let alone a relationship, and then say, don't worry, love yourself because we're all special. I'd be like, great, can you give me some fucking advice? Because my version of special sucks. There's a sharp child inside all of us that whenever we hear patronizing advice calls bullshit. Telling ourselves we're special is not going to work. I'm sorry. It's not. It doesn't. You know it. You know it. Search yourself. You know it doesn't work. I'm special. So what does work? How can we get this to finally sink in? Self-love needs a rebrand. Because when what we are and who we are seems lacking, we find it incredibly hard to truly love ourselves. This, by the way, is why the romantic model does not work for self-love. The romantic model is, I feel love for someone. I fall in love with someone. That's the romantic model. When you're falling in love with someone, how hard does it feel to fall in love? Easy. Easy. I just go tumbling down the hill. Try falling in love with yourself in that way. Try it. Pretty hard. Esther Perel talks about the difference between love and desire. Right? Desire is what brings us together to love each other. Desire is created in the space between two people. In other words, the mystery is what creates the desire that makes us fall in love. So if mystery is required to fall in love, how on earth are we supposed to fall in love with ourselves? Who is there less mystery with than the person you have woken up next to every day since the day you were born? You know all of your flaws, all of your regrets, all of your gross habits. You know everything. How are you supposed to fall in love with yourself? We are not Narcissus, who in Greek mythology looked at himself in a pool of water and instantly fell in love. That is not us. Falling in love with ourselves doesn't work. The romantic model doesn't work. So we need another model. It starts by converting love as a noun, feeling love, being in love, to love the verb. Love as an action. I am going to love myself as an action. Try replacing love myself with nurture myself, encourage myself, stand up for myself, support myself. And instantly it converts love from a feeling into an action. Loving ourselves is a verb, which is why, by the way, you don't need to worry about liking yourself right now. Loving yourself is what you start with. Liking yourself can come later. Loving yourself begins immediately with the actions you take in service of yourself. Love is a verb when it comes to self-love. So, we need a new model. The romantic model doesn't work. What does work? This is where things got interesting for me. Many years ago, I was like, I need a better model. What is it? And I started looking everywhere else in life for a different model for loving myself. Something that would make sense to me. I'm a very logical person. I need something bulletproof. I can poke holes in things really easily. So give me something I can't poke holes in. One of the things I looked at that got very interesting to me very quickly was the parent-child relationship. Ask a parent why they love their child. Most parents, who here is a parent in this room? Hands up. Okay, how many of you, if I asked you right now, why do you love your child, would start telling me their test results from last month? How many of you would start saying, well, because they're bright and they're good looking and, you know, they are extremely funny and they're this. No, if I said to you, why do you love your child? The vast majority of you will go, what are you talking about? Because they're my child. Interesting. Didn't need a reason. I started seeing this relationship in other kinds of relationships. A person with their pet. You ever seen people with their dogs? I know you've done this. You ever walk past the ugliest dog you have ever seen? It is like just tongue hanging out its mouth in some odd direction, 3 hairs on the entire dog. It looks crazy. It looks like it shouldn't exist. I can guarantee you, if you brought a handsome golden retriever to that person and said, do you want to swap that gremlin for this stately dog? I will do it right now. They'll look at you like you're an insane person. What are you talking about? This is my dog. How dare you? Interesting. Take a child with a stuffed toy. Ever seen a child with a stuffed toy that is beat up? It has been dropped in 1,000 puddles. That thing is gross. It is missing an ear. There is fluff oozing out of the seams. the thing, you just want to get rid of it. But try buying little Eddie a new bunny. Try bringing in a new one and saying, let's just take this one away, right? It's gross now, it's not pretty anymore. Take this one instead. Eddie will look at you like he's going to murder you. This is my rabbit. Get your hands off my rabbit. But this one is shinier and better looking and softer and it's more expensive. He doesn't care. Interesting. How do we love ourselves? Well, what if we said that out of 8 billion people on this earth, 8 billion people, there is only one person in this entire world that was ever assigned to look after you. And that is you. That between the ages of 0 and 16 or 18, someone was there to keep you alive. Maybe they did a good job, maybe they didn't. But someone was there to keep you alive. Someone at least kept you alive. But then imagine that as you approach adulthood, someone whispers in your ear and says, just so you know, for the rest of your life, your one job, you can take on many jobs voluntarily, whatever you want. Go become a builder, a painter, an artist, an accountant, a business owner, whatever. You can take on the job of being a parent. Take on as many jobs as you want. But let me tell you, the one job you will always have no matter what. Take care of this human. You have custody now of this human. So now imagine that when someone looks at you and says, why do you love yourself? You shoot them a crazy look back. You say, what are you talking about? Because I'm my human. Looked at through this lens, comparison with anyone else in this world makes absolutely no sense. You were never given the opportunity to exchange your human. How cool is it that we got given even one human? I'm the luckiest person. No, I got a human. Can't change it. My own, and there's something liberating about that. That's liberating. That's not depressing. That's not a basis for insecurity. That's liberating. Oh my God, I don't have to spend my whole life worrying about picking something else from the buffet. It's not possible. Doesn't make it, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to, listen, when I really care about like what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, I struggle. When I go on Postmates or any of those delivery apps, and there's so many good foods to eat, I don't know which one to pick. I can sit there for an hour starving, trying to figure out the right meal. If I had to pick a human, it would be a disaster. I'd spend half my life picking a person. Luckily, we don't have that choice. This is your human. Love the shit out of it. So now, and I'm gonna wrap this up. But now, I want you to think about any time you go a week, a month, 6 months, a year, neglecting yourself, your needs, not sticking up for yourself. How many people have had a situation recently, either in a romantic relationship, a dating scenario, a work scenario, or any scenario where you look back and you go, I didn't stick up for my human enough there. Put your hand up. Right? Anytime you have an experience like that, and you have too many of them in a row, anytime your human is burnt out, stressed, struggling, desperate for love, feeling in need of some kindness, some grace, looking back at you in the mirror and struggling, I want you to look at yourself and you say, you have one job. One job. Where have you been? Tell yourself, I have one job. I have one, say it after me, I have one job.
I have one job.
In The Lion King, I want you to imagine like you're Simba and you just, like, for a while, you just fucked off and left the Pride Lands. Thinking that someone else was going to take care of the Pride Lands. Someone else was going to go and tend to all of that and take care of it. Not realizing that the person who was supposed to take care of it was you. It's not, my friends, that the cavalry is not coming. It's that the cavalry is us. Thank you so much for your time today.